Ladies, what do you think the median income for men is in today's society? We'll start with you. Go ahead. I have to get up for a second.
Cool. The median income for men in the United States. I actually have a bunch more stats, so we'll go.
50,000.
50,000. What do you think it is?
25K.
25,000. What do you think it is?
40.
40?
Like 45,000.
45,000. What do you think it is?
I think it's 30 something.
30?
60.
60?
Anywhere from like 30 to 50.
30, 50?
30.
Okay.
I'm going to say in the 40s, but I'll say 42.
That's crazy. So usually we do this, and it's all the girls say, "Well, it's 170,000. He probably makes 100,000. He's got to at least.
We be dating cheap men.
He's got to make at least 70. It's about 39. It's about 39,000. I think the newest. I think the newest number is like 42,000. And then for a household, I want to say it's 70,000.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. The top 10% of wage earners. What do you think it is?
Top 10%
Top
of wage
10% of wage earners in the United States. What do you think? What number would you have to cross?
80.
80.
150K.
150.
Like 100.
Okay.
It was like 120.
120.
80.
Okay.
This is only top percent.
Top 10%.
I would say close to $1 million.
Close to $1 million.
I would agree with 80.
80.
Wait, is the question like how
Top
much?
10%. You put you in the top 10
Median.
percentile
How much money are you making?
of income earners. So we're not talking about guys who own like a bunch of rental properties.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think?
Like 130?
What do you think?
I would say 90.
90?
Yeah.
It's about 170. Is about the top 10%. The top 1%. What do you think it is?
Top 1%.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know it went past 170. I would say maybe like 250.
250 for 1%.
500K.
500?
Yeah, 500K.
Like 475.
You guys are you are way like I've done this a bunch of times. I don't know. Maybe you guys have saw us, but I'm used to every girl saying 4 million, 10 million, 20 million. Keep going.
I'm gonna get in trouble for
What?
these wrong answers. By my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know. 400K.
400?
I'm so disappointed with the last answer,
What?
but I'm gonna hope $1 million.
$1 million?
You said the top 1%?
The top 1%.
Yeah, I guess like I'm close to $1 million.
400.
400.
Top 1%, I'm going to say 400.
So it used to be about 450. Now it's about 650.
Damn.
It's about 615 somewhere in that area will put you in the top 1%, and the top 1% is about $3.2 million. So the reason why I think it's a little different is because when we do the show in Miami or the show we do in Las Vegas, a lot of those girls are around guys in bottle service. Those guys are buying $10,000 tables, $100,000 tables, and so people start to believe that that's what the normalcy is. But no, it's 39,000. How tall do you think the average guy is in the United States? Anybody?
5'8".
5'8". What do you think?
6 foot.
6 foot.
I think it's 5'9" if I
5'9"?
Googled it recently.
Yeah, I think it's 5.
What do you think?
5'9".
I think it's like 5'8", 5'9".
What do you think?
5'7".
Go ahead.
Like 5'6" to 5'8".
5'8".
5'8".
It is either 5'8" or 5'9".
It's crazy. Again, like you guys do a lot of reading. Congratulations. We have I want to hear you guys name 3 countries. The answer is 5'9". Yeah.
Yeah.
The number of men. The number. Just real quick. The number of men. The percentage of men over 6 feet tall. What do you think it is? Anybody?
Over?
Over 6 feet.
Very
6
low.
feet or
We're talking about
taller.
U.S.
Huh?
statistics, correct? Or
Yeah.
what?
U.S. statistics. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Percent of over 6?
Over 6 feet tall.
Out of like 100%?
Yes.
Sorry.
That's why it's called percent.
Okay, yes, correction. 25.
25.
20.
20.
25.
Okay.
15.
15.
I don't see a lot.
5.
5.
10.
10.
Can you repeat the question?
Men over 6 feet tall. What percentage of men in the United States are over
Oh.
6 feet or taller?
No, like maybe 20%?
20.
18.
That's a
18.
lot.
I'm going to say
That's
15.
It is 14%. So, ladies, I want you to think about this for a second, okay? So, when ladies come out there, and maybe because we're in a college town, it's a little bit different, but often makes $100,000 a year. That puts you in the top, I think, 26 or 28 percentile. Over 6 feet tall, that puts you, or 6 feet or over, that puts you in the top 14 percentile. Remember, those don't stack. It's 14% of 26%, right? And then we go not married, not obese. I mean, if you ever use the delusional calculator, you end up finding out that when women say that I want 6 feet tall, 6-pack abs, not married, makes over 6 figures,
They're a
we're
cat
talking
girl.
about 0.5% of the population, 0.3% of the population. And so then you have a woman like this woman on TikTok saying these are all the things that she wants in a relationship. That's why I was saying before, from a statistical standpoint, the likelihood of her finding that guy is like 0.3%. Got it? Now, we do the opposite. All the guys, we take the same test. But of course, we as men do not care about height, and we do not care about money. And so because of those, our dating pool is much greater. So for a man who makes $200,000 a year, he's choosing between, say, 9 to 14% of the population, whereas she's choosing between like 0.3% of the population. Do you understand? And this is why men cheat. That it's just a function of, it's a socioeconomic, it's a mathematics problem. That's the reason why. Because for men to meet the standards that you're saying, there's just so fewer of them. I'm not excusing men cheating. I already know there's going to be a TikTok made of me talking shit. But that's the reason why, is because these men at the top, a higher tier, have options. What social media did is it did not make it easier for men to meet women. It made it easier for a small group of men at the top to meet all of the women. Does it make sense? So if you look at body counts with men, there's another study they do. The top, I'm going to say like 26% of men under the age of 30, something like that, have had, like, still a virgin. It's just some ridiculously high number, and it's getting higher. And then you have the men over, the top 5% of men have 150 bodies. So for men, it's flat, and then it goes like this, and then the average man, I think, is like they've had 6 sexual partners in their entire life. So we're up to 33%. We're like at 0. At the 50th percentile, we're like at 6, and then we shoot up to 150. Do you see it like that? Whereas for women, it's more linear. For men, there is this group of men at the top that are getting all the attention from women.
So, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, for high value, high status men that have all of the options, right? That only reaches that's like RK selective theory. Like, it only reaches a critical point until like it falls off and you actually can't maintain those options
What do you mean?
anymore. So, like, if you're talking about, like, let's just use an example of like the red pill community, right?
Sure.
And you would consider a lot of those men like encouraging other men to become high value, high status
Sure.
men, right? So, and along with that rhetoric also comes with provision for the women that they're dating.
It could
women.
be provisioning,
So
or they could just show access to scarce resources. And what I mean by that is the guy who has the yacht and you come on the yacht, but he's not provisioning for you.
Sure.
Not necessarily. Like Drake doesn't provision for a lot of the women he sleeps with, but he still
How do you
shows
know?
access to. No, I'm saying all of them. There are women who are attracted to Drake that he does not provision for, and there are women that Drake sleeps with that he does not need to pay. That's my point.
Sure, but
Okay?
right.
All
At
right,
some,
hold on. Let's try to move on from this.
Yeah.